So, what is the significance of IRNSS for our strategic missiles?
See, today all the missile systems practically are using GPS aiding
GPS.
across the world, okay, to improve their accuracy. But there is always a lingering doubt in your minds that at critical time it can be withdrawn, whether it's GPS or GLONASS or anything. That is the critical issue for the IRNSS, that it is your own system, at least it will not be denied to you at any time. Second, it is positioned vitally to cover the India and its strategic influence zone around it.
So,
That is the second best part of it. It's always available to you. Third is you can strengthen the signals the way you want.
yeah,
Today the only system in the S band,
yeah,
all others are L band. So your antennas can be smaller, your many other advantages are there. Then, but there is a lot of work to be done on this. We have to create a ground receiver segment for IRNSS, which should design really rugged systems which are anti-jam, jammable, which are capable of being used in hostile environments, which don't have spoofing,
yeah,
cannot be spoofed. So we have to have a precision code like GPS has, dual frequency precision code of sufficient length to deny enemy
so,
breaking of that code. So there are many features which have to be integrated and which will be integrated into IRNSS to make it a very robust, very rugged system. And if when that comes, you need, it's a potential huge market. I was
Yes.
talking to the other day, because June is the first launch. Under the Astronautical Society of India, we had a meeting on the IRNSS other day. So I was telling them that India has a potential of 40,000, 50,000 to 1 lakh receivers, because every special action soldier will have to carry one.
yes,
Every artillery gun has to carry one. Every mobile vehicle operating, tomorrow you are going to have UAVs, unmanned soldiers,
Yes,
anti-mine
yes, yes.
mine laying vehicles,
And number
mine
of-
removal vehicles. There are practically innumerable requirements for high precision rugged GPS receivers. And when you have your own IRNSS system, you are confident that the investment you are making in this segment is not going to be denied at any time. So that's the
And when we talk of this strategic missiles, recently we had 2 trials of K-15 successful trials, and as the media reports say, we also have a project called K4. So, since it's now in public domain, there is nothing, I don't think there is any need for hiding it. So, what is the time frame for testing the K4 underwater missile?
it will come through in due course. I don't think we have fixed up a time frame
Okay,
as yet.
okay.
So, but see, in any systems, this is an evolutionary process. We have developed K-15. Naturally, there will be higher ranges which will be coming up, like it has happened in the land
Land versions,
systems.
so.
But the time frame for that is an evolving time frame. So we'll see.
And there is also a need to develop nano or micro satellites, because in a hostile condition, your satellites may get damaged, and countries have now in place systems where they can at short notice launch many small satellites to replace the damaged ones. So, do we also have any program like that?
If you will take any strategic missiles, Agni class of missiles, it can be launched at a few minutes notice
Few minutes notice.
against any target, anywhere, anytime, 24 hours, okay, from anywhere. Now that capability, if we integrate, with a pre-prepared satellite
Okay.
of specific use. We have offered and we are confident of we can create a launch on demand capability where you can launch on a few less hours notice.
No, but that will be one satellite or a group of small satellites.
It depends on what type of satellite you are carrying.
But
Depends
for
on
that
the
you
weight
need
of
to,
the satellite.
but for that you need
But
to
mini
have.
sats, yes.
Okay.
Microsats, several.
Okay.
Okay. So that program capability again exists.
But that capability will come once you test successfully your MIRB capability
No,
or
no, no,
with
it
the
has
existing.
nothing to do with MIR.
Okay.
It has nothing. Today, whatever we have developed for Agni 5 with some modifications of the staging, we can put a 200 kg payload into orbit, low Earth orbit.
Okay.
Okay. That is the launch on demand capability, what we call. So, missiles provide you that opportunity to create a launch on demand capability. And you are right, I think it is an essential capability which the nation needs to develop and keep it ready. Also, nation also needs to have a relook at, in case, as you are saying, one of the satellites is destroyed, at least certain minimum essential capabilities should be restored at a short notice. May not be full, but some crucial, maybe one transponder, maybe 3 transponders, I should be able to put in quickly. So that capability of small satellites being put in orbit at a very short notice is a national requirement which I am repeatedly pushing that we must create, and I think it will, sooner or later it will happen.
Entire nation, because nowadays when everybody talks about threat perception and threat from different corners for the country, one name obviously comes up and everybody knows about it. If we compare our capability in space with our adversary, the main adversary in space, where do we stand? Particularly the people want to know, are we prepared to take any challenge from any corner?
First of all, we have no adversaries in space.
Okay.
As a
Or any
country,
threat from on
but
space?
we have to be ready to protect ourselves from any threat. And today the only way to protect your assets in space is to have adequate deterrence. To be able to damage in retaliation whatever, and that capability exists. Yes.
Exists. So we need not to be afraid of any threat to our assets. Yes. On ground,
we have to be prepared, but we need not be afraid.
Okay. Thank you. And finally, sir, what are the other missile projects, important missile projects you are working on, which you may call it futuristic programs in missile?
In last 2 years, 3 years, prior to that I was looking only at Agni, but in last 2 years we have identified several niche capabilities which need to be created. One of them is that we must have long range surface to air missiles.
Long range surface to air
missiles, extra long range of the range of 300, 200 to 300 kilometers. That is one gap, because today the weapon standoff distances are increasing quite fast.
Yes, sir.
If we want to keep our vital sets alive against air attack, we have to make sure that we have missiles of this range. These missiles will have multiple roles. They can be used against anti-missile, they can be used in anti-aircraft, they can be used in anti-cruise missiles and various others. So that is one area where we have identified a very immediate
That will be Akash Mark II or something you may call it?
It is not Akash, it is going to be new series altogether, a new capability. But totally based on our proven capabilities, like our propulsion techniques, what we have developed in Akash, like that. It will use proven modular approach, but it will be a totally new configuration, because Akash is 25 kilometers. We are talking of 200 to 300 kilometers. So there is a total scale difference.
So at what stage is this project is now?
So this project is now design
Okay.
is going on, and once we are confident of a design, we will be putting up to the government for a
Okay.
proposal. Another area where we are looking for, which needs has been a thrust area, is the submarine launched
Yeah.
systems. That's another very vital area
Yes, sir.
where we feel the Nirbhay cruise missile, what we are, it can have multiple roles. It can be launched from aircraft, it can be launched from ship, it can be launched from ground, it can be launched from submarines. So that is my second thrust area, is how to develop Nirbhay to its full potential of being capable of launching from multiple.
When you talk
platforms.
of launching Nirbhay from a aircraft, what type of aircraft? A transporter or a fighter?
It can be launched from a fighter aircraft, Sukhoi type of thing. Yes.
So BrahMos and Nirbhay can be complementary to
yeah.
each other. Okay.
So that is possible. Next area in the missiles is we need to develop, as I was telling, the high performance, high end anti-tank missiles.
Yes, sir.
That is one. But even more critical is a supersonic cruise missile, where capabilities of BrahMos
Okay.
can be exploited. As a country, we have to.
You have
we should use
supersonic missile of 300
longer
so you are talking
ranges.
of longer range.
I am talking of longer range.
Okay.
Okay.
That will be different from BrahMos entirely.
No, not necessarily. Why should I make a difference when BrahMos is there? Why not expand that capability?
So where are you going to get the engine for that?
So that is where we have to see how to work together.
With Russia, with the help of Russia?
With the help of Russia or with the help of our own indigenous technologies.
Okay.
See, the situations don't stay same.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
True.
So
Absolutely.
what was that BrahMos when we started 97, 15 years
Yes,
are
sir.
over now. So things have to change. Okay. We are also working on the futuristic hypersonic capability.
Yes.
That
Of
is
longer
coming.
range?
Longer ranges. That will be, see, to make a cruise vehicle at 30-40 kilometers height able to do Mach 6,
Okay.
that class of systems.
So that will be different from the BrahMos hypersonic?
That is totally different.
Totally
That is
different.
that is still at a very nascent technology
Okay.
state. We are going to do an experimental test in about a year from now.
DRDO. Okay.
DRDO.
Hypersonic cruise missile.
Hypersonic cruise
test with
vehicle.
vehicle.
First is a hypersonic cruise vehicle to prove a
Okay.
technology, and then it will develop into the
Okay.
cruise vehicle, which can be a transporter, which can be a weapon
So
carrier,
what type
which
of
can be.
propulsion system you are using?
It has
for
a
this
scramjet propulsion.
made of?
It is scramjet which uses a liquid kerosene fuel
Yeah, yeah. No,
This-
this scramjet engine is developed here in India.
in India.
We have the capability.
Yes, we have developed and ground tested an engine up to for about 30 seconds
Okay. When
continuous
was it?
running. That is done at DRDL, Hyderabad.
Okay.
Okay.
Recently.
No, engine was tested about a year back.
Okay.
Now we are working for test, full configuration test of the engine, and then go for the flight.
Just like Americans just did some X
Yes,
or
X
something.
yes, exactly same.
Okay.
Realize that class of system.
Yes.
So we are going to be among the first.
This will be a big breakthrough in this
Very
region. I
big.
think.
Yes. Another area where we are working strongly is the SRSAM and quick reaction surface to air missiles.
Okay.
Shorter ranges but very fast reaction and very fast this thing. Where we are helping our users, as you said sometime back, that DRDO development and user needs how to make them internal. So as the user procures, we also give him an equivalent good solution.
Okay.
Then there are few other areas where we were having gaps. One is the smart weapon system. Smart weapons, precision guided munitions, missile launched or aircraft launched. So we have taken major steps in that area also. So we are now aim is that in the missile field, DRDO should become a single window. That people when they think of a missile, they should think first of DRDO, then only look elsewhere.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, and wish you all the best for your future
Thank you.
ventures.
Thank you.